Hello and welcome everybody to session freaking 1. Welcome to this campaign that I coined Ashera's Chronicles. Today's session will be all around us working together. What does that mean? That means that the expectations I have at the moment are that we're basically going to explore not only the characters, but also this first very setting. Everyone gets a chance to basically walk around, look around, see what they can find, see if there's points of interest, so on and so forth. So basically, today will be an exploration session. So, does anybody already know where their character would be? If so, you are free to take the center stage, introduce your character, how they look, and what they would be doing right now, please. The reason I'm asking now before introducing this village in the first place is because maybe you're someone new to this place, or maybe you've been here already, like for a couple days or like weeks, maybe even. So depending on how you want to introduce your character to the scene, it'll obviously affect how much you know already about this place.
Well, my character got there like today, so it's first time, and she's just sitting on a rooftop. That was good to climb and available, and she won't be sticking out too much like a Thor thumb.
Alrighty.
So
Do you have?
And she's just observing.
You'll definitely be able to scale these buildings relatively easy because there's oftentimes crates lying around. Maybe there's a cart that stops next to the building sometimes. So you just use the opportunity to leap on over on whatever rooftop you can find. Do you want me to introduce you to the scene that you are at right now?
Yeah, I would try. I'm just gonna say I would try to get a rooftop that have some oversight over like where most people are.
Alrighty. So
And, like,
if you want that,
stories.
I can point you towards this location in particular.
Is that one easy to climb?
What it is that it's basically a big watchtower in the middle of town. So, if you would like to try get on top of that without being detected, you can roll me a stealth check. If you would rather the guards don't see you, if you don't care, you can still do it. If you think your character would not really pay much mind.
No, I don't want them to see me.
All right.
I just have to read one of my knacks. Oh, because I picked the stalker knack.
Yes, sir.
I have advantage on dexterity stealth checks when I hide in a natural environment. I'm guessing this is not natural.
Unfortunately not. A watchtower is very much man-made, not natural. If you would rather be in a more natural environment and feel more at home there, I could point you towards like these woods alongside.
Oh no, that's too far away.
Okay, very good. Then this point would definitely be the best. Either this watchtower or the town hall. The town hall is also pretty tall, and overlooking a lot of the village.
Yeah. So I roll a d20 and then I add my stealth.
Yep. And your stealth modifier, please.
14.
All right, awesome. What is your stealth?
7.
Okay, yeah. These are
I
average.
don't know math.
Yep, don't worry.
21.
These are your average guards. They are good at their job. However, they are not expecting someone this sneaky around. So what you end up doing is scaling this watchtower by using basically this little back alley where not much is going on. Scaling the building and looking out for cracks in the wall and making your way up to the top to get a nice vantage point going. And not only that, but also staying hidden, because people who might be walking by, if you're not hidden enough, if you're like out in the open, they might be spotting you and alerting the guards or something like that. So you're also making sure to do that.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm pretty low to the ground.
Nice. Is there something in particular you are looking for? Any particular people or convoys?
No, I'm just checking like the situation. I'm looking like what kind of shops are there, what kind of people, like the time, the busiest, like just getting a good overlook of the town and what's happening. and if it seems like a friendly or not environment.
Excellent. Give me a perception check. Oh my goodness gracious.
I see everything because I have a +5 too.
You absolutely do. So, you will notice a handful of things. You will notice that this thing that I have marked already at the top of the right side of the screen
Checkpoint.
of the map is a checkpoint. That means that whenever someone is trying to um, get into town through this main road, they have to get through some guards who are basically going to be checking on them and their wares. You see that a lot of people are staying here, so patrons coming in and out, ordering drinks, staying for the night. So a lot of people are resting over here. So this is the inn of the place that basically doubles as a tavern as well. You also see this place is a little special because this is in fact a brewery. So you oftentimes see carts being dragged around, filled to the brim with alcohol, being oftentimes brought to and fro to the inn or like to other places in town that are interested. There is this place,
Town hall.
which exactly.
Oh my god, I'm amazing.
Yepers, which is the town hall. There's a lot of business going on here, so the people that look the most important can usually be found here. So
Are there
basically,
like a lot of foot traffic in and out?
off the town hall
Yes.
today, yes, actually, there seems to be some increased activity.
And what
which may
kind of activity? Is it like more of the higher ups walking in and out, or more town folks walking in and out?
a little bit of both. You see guards going back and forth, patrolling a little more. Like a little more in this context means that this town, this village seems relatively peaceful. There's not much going on, but there seems to be more guard activity than seems necessary, right?
Does it seem like something like it might just be one of those days where they have a sale on potato chips and everyone's crazy about it? Or is it more like something happened? We need to figure out yada 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 yada.
Definitely like some kind of like something more cheerful. People don't seem that tense.
Okay, so it's not like, oh my god, 2 town people died or something. It's more like, oh my god, it's an event. Potato
Yep.
chips half price.
Yeah, you see a farm over this way, pretty standard issue farm. You've been seeing those. You've been seeing those along your travels plenty.
Mm.
And the most interesting part of this little place is this one over here, which is a giant red water wheel connecting to a big forge to the north, which is accompanied by a small collection of tents very close by. Yep, that's the most interesting parts right out the gate. And we shall say she will spend a couple hours trying to figure these things out, watching people, trying to see.
This here, do you see my pointer?
Yeah.
Is this like just how building, like people live there, maybe some stores, kind of?
Yep.
Okay.
This in particular seems to be seeing active traffic in the sense of it seems like a shop. Where
Okay.
people are coming in and out and grabbing more often than
Like
not
a convenience store.
leather armor mostly. It seems to be like a leather worker. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be
convenience-
there on this tower.
Yep. The convenience store kind of place would be rather this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That is one character who has now found her place in this quaint little village. Up next, who wants to go?
I can go next.
Excellent.
Right, as Cheese makes his way out from the forest, looks around to see a vast village in front of him. He begins to make his way through the village. As for every person he walks by, he will ask if they've seen a young green-haired girl with short hair and wearing a kind of sage's clothing. The clothes of a mage or a sage,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm assuming to no avail, right?
So you're just asking out on the streets?
Right, yep.
Yeah, people would basically not have much of an idea of who you're talking about because it's a relatively not a vague description, but it's a description that they can't really do much with. So they're basically pointing you towards the tavern or the town hall if you're looking for like a missing person. Yeah, that's basically where they're pointing you towards. Either the inn,
We'll
the town hall, or just ask one of the guards, basically.
make way into tavern first.
Awesome. You enter into bustling inn. It seems to be very active with a whole great number of decorations, basically in preparation of some kind of celebration of sorts. Yeah, it seems to be quite the merry mood going around. The bartender is a gnomish gentleman who is swiftly cleaning up the mugs from the different customers. Pretty quick on his feet for his size, dipping, dashing back and forth between tables, and serving everyone their favorite drinks.
We'll wait by the. I'm assuming there's bar stool, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll wait at the bar stool for him to be finished.
Excellent. You sit down as the gnomish gentleman eventually makes his way over to serve you, seeing a new face and one without a drink yet. So you notice that despite the counter being like human sized, right? So if you just sit down as usual, you would be human sized. The gnome does poke out, and if you peek out over the counter, it's basically like an elevated platform specifically made for the gnome to be able to easily navigate the counter despite his short stature. Hi! New in town?
Yes.
What can I help you for?
I'm looking for someone.
Looking for someone?
Yep.
Do you want to describe that person to me?
Yes. She has green hair. It's short, and she also wears clothes like a mage.
A mage?
Yes.
He scratches his chin. We don't have any mages here. Mostly rangers and one. No, two? No, one druid, I believe. I'm not sure if the second one is in town yet, or if they're still here. They're a bit of a mysterious one. Is that helpful to you?
No.
Well, sorry, lad. Can I help you to a drink?
No.
Why, that's a bummer. Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Anything else I can help you with? Rooms? Service? Food?
Do you know where mages usually go?
The mages? Where? I suppose it depends what kind of mage, but I'm not really an expert in magics.
Do you know who is?
Well, I could try your luck with the druid. I mean, I guess druids are kind of like mages too, right?
Where's the druid?
Just a couple paces to the east. It's the big green building at the edge of the forest. The potion shop.
Okay. Thank you.
Well,
As the
happy
boy
to help.
makes his way out. I'll even give you the gnome a chance to respond.
He just like responds as you leave.
Hey, yeah.
So he's just talking to the back of your head.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate.
Let's begin to make way towards the greenhouse. Let's enter.
Excellent. You would notice that as you approach, the smell of different kinds of herbs and concoctions hitting your nostrils. Around the property, you also see numerous different plants and herbs already growing in their tiny little garden. They're not only selling what they're brewing up, but they're also very capable of just creating their
Surviving
own.
off it.
Yes. Entering, you in fact find an unusual individual as the door rings out to a little bell attached to the doorframe, and you see an individual with I'm not quite sure what kind of races or species this this individual is already acquainted to, but as they enter, the first person greeting him is a fairly tall, well built, quite fuzzy individual who appears to have hooves instead of feet or boots. Exactly. They give you a passing glance, giving you just a quick nod in acknowledgement that you exist, and then continuing on with their work, which is to this point of time reading through what seems to be like a big encyclopedia.
We'll walk up and say, hello.
Yes.
Have you seen a girl with short green hair and mage-looking clothes?
Mage.
Yes.
What kind?
Don't know. Is there a difference?
You don't know?
No.
Are they manipulating primeval forces? Or of the more intellectual variety?
I don't know.
Do they use a book for their magic?
No.
A sorcerer, perchance?
Is that different from a mage?
Right so. There are numerous different mages, kinds of magic.
She was better at knowing about magic than I am.
Can you tell me more?
What do you want to know?
About this person?
Oh, she has blue eyes.
Do you think she would be looking for other mages?
I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but if you're looking for such a particular individual with a limited description, I cannot help much.
You know who can?
You could try your luck with a diviner. They could perhaps see the answer in the stars.
Okay. Where's the diviner?
Not here. But there should be one in the big town northwards. The port town. There's only one that direction that is not in frozen territory. So should be easy to find.
Okay, thank you. As begins to make way out once more. We'll begin to make way northwards.
Oh yeah. For the purposes of the where north is in this particular case, would be like down this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you'll be leaving the village eastward, and then heading north from there. Who wants to go next? By this point, Luna is starting to explain what her character would be doing. Her purple-haired character has been in the village for a little while by now, without having interacted with anyone at all apart from the checkpoint soldiers. They have been relentlessly pacing around the village, changing up their moving patterns ever so slightly every now and again, to continuously walk around the village without talking to anybody while looking for something that isn't quite clear yet. Here, I asked Luna to roll me a raw charisma check, as she got a 16 total. This determined her character's general demeanor and how suspicious, approachable, or gloomy they appeared, and with that roll, the character seemed lost, but not quite like they were up to no good at the very least. Seeing how they seemed confused, one of the guards put a hand on their shoulders to stop them for a moment. The guard asked if they can help this individual, resulting in the wanderer to react frazzled and befuddled, questioning out loud whether this guard even can do anything to help. They insisted that the guard should not worry about them, but the guard was stubborn too, stating how they saw them pass by this road at least 4 times by now, causing them obvious confusion and doubt. The wanderer explains that they were looking for someone or something, but they are having trouble recalling what it might be. The guard assumes the wanderer is looking for an anniversary gift of sorts and pats them on the shoulder in encouragement. The wanderer mumbles to themselves that that's not quite what they meant, to which the guard exclaims their inability to pick up what they said, but the wanderer then simply goes along with what the guard was insinuating, while slowly trying to slip out of the situation. The guard exclaims they will be there to help, if needed, as they leave. The wanderer then tries to disappear into the crowd, heading for the town square while having a look around the premises. The wanderer is trying to call on a gut feeling of sorts, an ability to foresee events yet to come, as I ask Luna to roll a wisdom religion check, due to the unique origin this ability of her character has. Crushing it with a natural 20, Luna's character sees this. At some point, this is actually a really cool coincidence. At some point, after basically escaping that one guard and entering the town hall, you feel a strange, you feel something in your eye, right? You start rubbing your eye. It starts hurting, as if you're like looking straight into the sun, and then you keep rubbing. You're not actually looking into the sun, but you feel that sensation, as if you are doing that. After that, you sense kind of a wave of heat wash over you. Not the kind that it's like fire or something, but like a forge next to you that's just emanating heat towards you, but like in one big flash, like you mentioned. After that, you hear voices. You hear panicked screams of people, as well as prayers, as well as people gasping in awe, staring into the sky. And shortly after that, something terrible will occur. Basically, a bad omen. Real bad. Right in the town, right next to the town hall, in the plaza. After the vision, the wanderer starts to panic a little, running short of breath after the stupor, as another guard approaches to check on them. The guard asks if they're not a fan of crowds, to which the wanderer rolls with it, but then remarks how this place might not be safe, and asks what is about to occur at the town hall. The guard remarks how they are expecting a visit from the Imperial army, a joyous occasion to the village, while making note on how they don't quite understand why it wouldn't be safe, however. They try to assure the wanderer by saying they will be keeping the villagers safe, no matter what may occur. The wanderer pauses, but then gets even more uncomfortable, begging the guard to listen to them and evacuate this place. The guard is extremely uncertain and skeptical, remarking that would be quite difficult to do, aside from the fact that the event is of extreme importance, for they will get to meet the Grand Master of the Imperial Knights. The Wanderer has no clue who that would be, but is quickly filled in on the fact that he is the quote-unquote pride and joy of the Empire, and how him paying this humble village a visit is a great honor to them. The Wanderer asks what the occasion is, like if something grand had occurred recently, and is quickly informed by the guard that the very visit of the Grand Master is the very occasion they are preparing for and celebrating. The guard assures them that the town's safety is assured, but also adds that the town is in a good mood, and, well, it is in no need of a Debbie Downer, as they put it. They would rather not ruin the cheerful atmosphere. As such, the Wanderer sees themselves out, before making back to the square, looking out for danger and people watching, to wait and see if anything bad occurs. I will now move over to our final character for the day. Please, would you like to introduce us to the scene? Where would this fine individual be spending their time at the moment?
I think I would have just come from a long walk. I think I would have been walking to the town.
So you've been on a long journey and probably quite tired.
Long journey. I think I'd be really quite tired, yes.
Excellent. So I will assume that the first place you will be visiting is a place to stay, a place to rest, a place of respite, maybe some food.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
Alright. Yeah, it is fairly easy to figure out where the inn is. It is quite close to the entrance of this village.
Yeah, it's up here.
Exactly. It's in the bushes. It's very hidden. Nobody wants to go there. It's like
house.
Yeah. It's like some kind of like undercover activities going on over there. But yes, you enter the inn, as I assume, looking for. Yeah, just to rest your legs. Honestly, you're just looking for a stool, a chair to sit down and catch your breath.
Indeed.
Are there any particular individuals you would be looking out towards? Do you want to partake in conversation with the bartender, the innkeeper, or would you more interested? Would you be more interested in the clean tea?
Quite frankly, I'm sitting down, and I'm taking my bags off, and I'm putting them on the floor, and I'm slumped on the table.
Ah, excellent. Seeing you in that kind of state, the bartender / innkeeper will be immediately rushing over you with quite swift but tiny steps, because they are a gnome and they have short legs like that. They will be approaching at quite fast speeds, but it's like it's like they slide across the floor as they pull the brakes, because they're quite surprised by the absolutely giant statue of this figure, and then basically looking up and saying, "Oh wow, seems like you're in quite in quite the situation. Wouldn't it be great if you had a place to stay? Absolutely it would be. How about a room?
Yeah, sure, but whatever.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, sure, yeah, yeah. That's good.
Great! I am absolutely delighted. Our rooms are the most comfy that you will ever find this side of the Empire. Any particular uh, requests? Especially for, you know,
A bed? Like, she's so over his bullshit. She's like immensely over this. She just wants to.
a big bed? Question mark? Because I can assure you, our luxury suite has the biggest beds in the entire inn.
I don't need that. I just want to sleep in peace.
Well, can I? I'll just ask straight up. I hope this is not rude. Can you fit on the average bed?
And I do back home. I do on the floor in the forest. Do I fit on your beds?
Ooh-wee. We could try make it work. Maybe, put 2 mattresses next to each other. I'm sure we have a spare mattress somewhere. Would that work?
Yeah, she can just sort of just feel her eyes just closing. Just
Shiny. He will basically give a finger gun and then just like dash away. He dashes through the back door and just like rushes up the stairs, leaving her to her own devices. Excellent. Yeah, sorry. What I was saying. Is there anything particular she would be doing other than fucking passing out?
not terribly much. No, not unless anyone else like saw her or interact. Then it's a solid no on that front.
Gotcha. All right. Seeing as how everyone has found their place in Laudon, you can decide on your own which scene you would like to continue. If you want, we can circle back to Elise.
I'm wondering from my little bird nest I made myself kind of up there. Would I have seen what everyone was doing?
Not quite everyone, because Mr. Cheese over here wasn't particularly like acting in any way, shape, or form suspicious or like out of the ordinary.
No, and he was kind of like mostly out of my way, but like the what was it, the Dragonborn? I already forgot.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You've seeing as how like you're basically sitting there watching people for a little longer, you've definitely noticed this person like pace around. he looks like a crazy person.
Okay.
So you're free to do.
Did
that.
I see the crazy person at the town hall starting to freak out? Or freak out is some... Yeah.
You can roll me an insight check for that, please.
Oh,
because they are quite far away, and you would have to like read their body language and such to get a feeling of how they might be. It's the good kind of, oh my goodness. You have absolutely no idea. They just like kind of stood there for a second, got like tapped on the shoulder by like a guard, and then just like went on their way again.
This is the opposite of my previous role. Okay. Well, I saw the fucking crazy person walk around in a circle for a while, and then go to the town hall, and then walk away and start watching the town hall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have I got an idea, and my Swedish comes out, of what the big event is from like watching and listening.
Listening from the top of watchtower is probably a bit difficult, but watching,
I'm really
you
good
definitely
ears.
you definitely notice like a lot more guards basically flourishing their weapons, demonstrating swordplay to like children to like inspire them, things like that. You see banners of like what appears to be somewhat like militaristic, right? So you definitely get the vibe that, oh, okay, this might have something to do with the military.
Would I even know what the military is?
Very interesting question.
Like I have an idea because I've been on the road and like watching, but I'm not that.
You know what?
into this
It would be
words.
it would be awesome. It would be great if they just like, if they had no clue. They just think they
Yeah.
really like swords or something.
Yeah, I was like, for me, it's like, oh, it's fighters, maybe soldiers. Military is like out of the way. What the fuck is the military? A group of soldiers working under someone? No. I don't do that. So I'm just seeing people with sword like fighters, protectors in my head.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, okay.
You get the feeling that this place is probably really safe.
Yeah. And also, is there a more common race ish? Or
interesting.
is it like divided or like a more rarer race? Or are they like looked at weirdly? Like, how are they met?
Interesting. So you notice that. So in terms of different races, you mostly notice a variation of humans, dwarves, humans and dwarves. There's the occasional. There's the occasional. Actually, wait. Never mind. I was gonna ask what kind of races she's already like acquainted to, but I'll just like list them out, and you can figure out for yourself if you think she would know or not. The occasional halfling or gnome, and these ones are a little more rare, but you sometimes notice the odd elf going around, as well as once you see like a cart pull up to this shop over here, right? You see a someone who's from the place that you would be from would know definitely is a tiny green goblin coming to meet the delivery, basically, having a quick chat and then going back inside.
And like, are the goblin is not like looked at weirdly?
Nope. In fact, the only ones who are being looked at weirdly are the people who are in these tents over here. So there's a variation of different people here. There's, for example, one tiefling. There's a sorry. There's a tiefling there. There's a bugbear, which is basically like a tall, mostly like very furry, like fuzzy kind of person from you would know that like they're like native to the Feywild, and you would notice that like it's mostly these people getting strange looks. But that's also like some like just not humans.
Do I get the feeling that it's because of their races or because of whatever they are doing there?
Yeah. Because you wrote me nat 20, I'll give you this for free. You notice that they have like basically weapon racks and like suits of armor lying around on stands and such. So they seem to be like they basically have like a bunch of different metal gear around, be it like blades, spears, all sorts of different gear, and occasionally, like at some point, this isn't like a regular occurrence, but at some point you notice that like one particular passersby was like kicking over the weapon rack, so they seem to be particularly like displeased with whatever they're displaying.
But not not racist, so to say.
No, not exactly.
Okay. Well, with this knowledge, I feel somewhat safe to walk around.
All right, excellent.
That's why I was like, because if
Mhm.
they're like, oh, it's only human-looking people, everyone else is hate, I would not have gone down.
Yeah,
More
understandable.
maybe after that. But because I get the feeling that there is no like open racism, I'm gonna slide down. Not slide down. I'm gonna climb carefully,
Excellent.
sneakily down.
Perfect. Right, you make your way down the tower. Is there anywhere you would like to go next?
I'm gonna, because I don't. I'm scared of him. No, not really. I'm gonna just be like here on this corner, and just look now that I'm more level down. Start listening instead.
Interesting. Very good.
So I'm still like watching because I still want to get a feeling what the fuck these particular people are doing here and why there are so many of them and why they're fighting in front of kids. So I'm just gonna start listening so I get an understanding of what is happening.
Excellent. Roll me a new perception check, please.
Did that roll?
It was 14.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
14. I saw that. That was.
I don't know if I actually rolled it. It's like
That was like the exact same roll for like the. Actually, wait, no. What was the 14? Oh, the 14 was stealth. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled another 14.
Yeah, and perception I have 15, so it's 19. I have a 5,
Excellent.
so it's 19.
Yeah. Awesome. you hear that they're basically expecting someone who's called the Grand Master to appear soon. Someone who they're like very much idolizing. Someone who they're very excited to meet. And the kids are basically super eager to watch the guards to display their swordsmanship. And basically the guards are kind of like, what's the word, recruiting kids. They're like kind of like, hey, maybe one day you can also be a protector of your family and neighborhood, that kind of thing. And so children seem very excited to get to play with like wooden blades. So they're just like whacking each other over the head sometimes. One of the kids starts crying, but you know that's what you kind of get to expect when they're like bashing each other's heads in with wooden swords. But it's not particularly unusual for kids, so it happens. Okay.
Oh, wait!
Oh, yeah?
I got it. I have Find Familiar. So I'm gonna spend in the shadows an hour to conquer up a familiar.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna do the ritual style.
You get attacked by pitchforks, by people calling you witch. Nah, I'm kidding.
It's like, oh, what the fuck?
it's just the kind of way you worded that. Like, I'm gonna conjure up a familiar. It made it sound.
I said,
Yeah.
Oh, wait. But I'm like hiding, so you know.
Yeah, don't worry.
no.
Yeah.
I sent some weird activity going on. I take my pitchfork out my bag and I suddenly get tons of energy from my sleep. I run outside and stop
I
poking
pick up a
at that.
torch.
No,
Torch on the way.
Starts beelining it towards the strange elvish person. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyway.
Sweet. No.
I suppose the next activity would be the innkeeper would be visiting this individual again, and basically saying that their room is ready. You're being approached by the bartender, by the innkeeper, telling you that your room will be ready. Are they awake, or are they still asleep?
Yeah, she's awake. Awake might be a strong word, but she's awake.
She's conscious.
Yeah, conscious.
So the gnome gentleman is waddling up to her and tapping her on the shoulder. Ma'am, your room is ready.
Thanks.
Anytime, obviously,
Huge.
of course. That will be 1 gold piece for the night. So, are you going to be attending the festival?
Festival?
Yeah, you came just in time, ma'am. You'll be privy to Laudon's greatest festivity yet.
Okay.
You don't seem too excited.
I'm interested. I'm interested.
Great. I'm sure there'll be lots of fun to be had. Do you need any pointers?
Come on.
Well, you can try and prove your mettle at the shooting range. Able to win grand prizes if you manage to, hit the bullseye, as they say. Or, if that is not up your speed, you can play drinking games over at the brewery. Just outside. A quick left, a quick right, and it's the first building to your left-hand side. Still didn't get your attention? Tough crowd.
Oh no, she's not disinterested. She's just tired.
Well,
Me.
I'll get out your hair. If there's anything you need, I can carry your luggage right up to your room if you want me to.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
He will give a cordial bow and then, basically help himself to your belongings and bring them upstairs. Oh, before he leaves, he drops a key on the table. That's yours, and then he dashes off. Anything she would like to be doing?
What time is it? Is it day, night? Like what's the fire? What's
It would be midday, so basically afternoon. Thing. It'll be around 2 hours until dusk. If you want, you can just have a check and nap. Like if you think.
yeah, I think that's.
Gotcha. Would she be like heading to her room and do that, or just like pass out on the table again?
I think she'd want to go to the room. I don't think she makes it. I think it's table. I think
Gotcha.
I pay for the room and use the table.
Perfect. Okay. Eventually, after passing the heck out, you're being shaken awake by a pretty large burly hand on your shoulder. Miss, there's better places to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
Is she just like mumbling before her? Is she just like mumbling, or is she like raising her head to meet this individual?
Yeah. It's dejected. It's tired, but it's a look.
Excellent. You will notice that the person who shook you awake is you notice the person who shook you awake is like a pretty bulky Leonin character, basically a lion person with a gigantic mane that reaches towards his back. He'll be asking, need help getting to your room?
No, I'm alright. Oh, get up there.
You don't seem alright.
Yeah, I've just been like walking all night. Just never get to sleep. Just kept going. I'm over here.
The Leonin character will basically be. You notice that he's like armed, so he seems to be like pretty well capable of handling himself. and he'll say, as he like puts his hand on his on the hilt of his blade, "You're not from here, are you, traveler?
Yeah, traveler.
Need an escort? Everyone coming here goes north, but the northern paths are dangerous. Bandits."
I'm perfectly capable of handling myself just after like a couple hours sleep. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Roll me persuasion.
That's it.
Oh, not bad.
12.
He, um, he like kind of takes a step back, getting out of your hair, but he'll say, "Well, I'm saying this because they're crafty. Many merchants find their end along the road north. You will know where to find me." He, um, he basically, yeah, he like basically puts a paper. My voice is dying. Jesus. He will put a paper on the desk, which basically describes like a kind of like a quest, right? But instead of like being asking for someone to do something, it's basically an offer for an escort heading northwards. And he will be heading to the back of the. He will head to the back of the inn and disappear into the rooms out back. Okay. Yeah. The only thing that's left is Rumi. Yeah. So basically, as you approach the checkpoint, one of the guys is holding is like putting up a hand and saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 kiddo, where do you think you're going
North.
at this hour? You're crazy."
Do not feel crazy.
No, 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 no. It's getting dark real soon. I cannot just let you get yourself killed now, can I?
But will not be killed.
Do not underestimate the bandits coming up north. Come on, kiddo. Back to the inn. Rest for the night, and then you can take an escort.
But someone's waiting for me there.
Waiting for you north. Well, I'm sure they can wait one more day. Especially, I mean, if they're waiting for you, getting yourself killed is probably the last thing they want.
But I'm good at not dying.
I know. That's what they all say, though. Look, kiddo, I'm saying this out of the goodness of my heart. Please.
Okay. As the kid with the deadpan expression makes his way back.
Awesome. Where would he be heading next?
To the inn.
Okay, awesome. You enter back into the inn and notice one new, particularly like one character particularly standing out, which is this giant bugbear lady, kind of like half asleep on her desk, while the gnome is serving all the usual, all the usual clientele as well. As you enter, you basically see the back of this giant Leonin character slowly but heading towards the back and disappearing into the behind the door leading to the rooms, to the accommodations.
We'll go to sit down and wait like was told to.
Okay. As dusk comes and the skies darken, the atmosphere in town is still fairly active. You hear quite a lot of cheering going on from the village entrance. There seems to be footwork, marching actually, coming into town as whoever is entering Laudon managed to escape nightfall. This convoy is making their way northwards and passing by the inn and...
General store.
Yep, exactly. They pass by the general store and then cut towards the plaza as a big convoy of soldiers seems to be appearing from behind you. Luna? The wanderer, who has been watching the square till dusk, is slowly analyzing everything going on as the troops march into the village while staying out of their way. They flinch a little at any unusual movement. You notice that among the people in this convoy, one person is getting particularly a lot of attention. You notice this human man in jet black armor wielding this gigantic maul, which appears to be like an oversized morning star, but the size of a maul that could crush like a horse in a single hit. Is what it appears like. People are waving towards him, cheering for the soldiers appearing, and he's basically making his way with the convoy towards the town plaza, passing by you. Once the convoy passes them by, they nudge a little closer, without trying to catch too much attention by hugging the wall of the inn within the small alleyway. Does anybody else react to the commotion?
That's all.
Awesome.
Can I see it? Can I hear it?
There's the storefront. There's windows at the storefront. So you just see these soldiers passing by you. There's a lot of noise going on. So even if you were snoozing, this would probably disturb you in your sleep.
I'm looking at it.
Wait.
It's not enthusiastic or critical or analytical. It's just looking.
Awesome.
Question.
Yep.
Has it been an hour since I started a ritual?
Yes,
For this?
absolutely.
Okay, then I'm just sitting watching, petting my bunny.
Excellent. Awesome.
My bunny Bailey.
Bunny. Benoi.
My bunny.
Benoi. So, the troops basically introduce themselves to the citizens. They shake their hands. The guards in town are basically playing fanfare, greeting them all. As the mayor shakes the general's hand. Everyone seems to be in good spirits. Would you like to? True. Would you like to stay where you are and watch, or would you like to get closer?
I was told to wait, so I will wait.
Thank you, Mr. Lawful Neutral.
With the grand figure appearing, the wanderer tries once more to get a glimpse of the future. Luna, rolling a 16 total, manages to see this. They realize, in their mind's eye, that the people who are staring at the light in the sky include this jet black general too. Not only that, but the general seems to also know that something is amiss. After the convoy arrives, the sun disappears behind the horizon. The troops are basically chatting up with the locals where they can rest, as they all basically set up tents around this area. So this is the barracks, as you know, as I've introduced, and they're basically setting up tents everywhere. It's quite a big convoy, so they're taking up a lot of space with their setup, but they basically don't really have... The inn doesn't have enough room for everybody to be in there, so they're finding an unoccupied spot to set up tent and rest for the night. As night falls and the town seems to be getting more and more quiet, before everybody has a chance to really consider going to bed, getting back into their sheets and resting for the night, despite the fact that the sun went down, you notice that up in the skies seem to be flares of light appearing. First there's 1, and there's 2, 3, 10, a dozen, 2 dozen, and they increase further and further in number. These flashes then take shape into vaguely humanoid forms. Some of them have wings, others have giant halos hovering behind them. These humanoid figures, they appear armed, ready for battle. As they point their spears at whoever is looking up at them, citizens are leaving from their houses. They're staring up into the light. Some of them in awe, others inspired, yet others struck with fear and panic. Some of them scream, others cower, yet others prostrate themselves, and then all the figures in unison take aim at Laudon. And that'll be our session. I will give you a reference for basically like how they kind of look. So they're like these spectral, so they're basically these like see-through humanoid forms. Some of them have horns, others have like elvish features. So not that all human, definitely. They have like all sorts of different shapes, but they all seem to be either wielding bows or spears.
And they are
Yes.
above Laudon.
Yeah, basically they're like floating in the sky.
Okay.
They're up in the sky, floating, and
And
basically,
aiming down.
yeah, almost seeming almost untouchable from where they stand at the moment. And
Well, fuck me sideways. Okay.
thank you all for joining. It's been a pleasure.